Now we will explore the first option for securing financing for the EAT, or also known as the exchange accommodation title holder, and a reverse exchange. Loaning your own fund to the EAT, this option is often considered the simplest and most straightforward approach. So let's go into the details. First off, why is the option so straightforward? Well, the truth is, right, traditional lenders typically aren't keen on parking arrangements like those that involve in reverse exchanges, because it's usually going to be quite short term, right? Traditional lender, there's so much underwriting going on with a traditional mortgage, and with this kind of short term, it's harder to get approval. There's some that do it, or like hot money lender that do it, but usually if you want to go the traditional route and trying to save on interest, it's going to be hard. If you have availability of liquidity, loaning your own funds to the EAT can also be a convenient solution. Or if you have like a line of credit, even like a business credit or like a HELOC of your home, then this, you can use it temporarily for this. And usually, if you already have a line of credit, there's no question asked, right? Now, let's talk about why you might want to consider this option. Okay, first, because you already have the necessary cash on hand, right? Or either because you were prepared to pay for cash for the replacement property, or, due to your financial resource, loaning your own fund might be an easier, like practical choice. You don't have to worry too much, right? And go through all that credit. When it comes to long term, there's some flexibility to consider, right? Because this is a very formal arrangement. It's basically you're loaning the money to the business, which is the EAT. If you choose this route, you loan the money directly to the EAT. The loan doesn't necessarily need to bear interest. After this, I'm going to include a PDF that linked to the construction exchange under Code Section 1031, 5 years after the issuance of Revenue Procedure 2000-37. I'll link to that PDF so you can read the source document and see it for yourself. However, you do have the option to charge interest if you prefer. This amount of interest charge is entirely up to you, and there are no strict rules governing this aspect. It's worth noting that any interest charge could potentially be offset by rental payments from the exchanger to the EAT. Keep that in mind when you try to set the terms for the loans. If you are considering this option, so definitely talk to your QI or your qualified intermediary for guidance and assistance. That's what they're there for. So they can give you their valuable insight and help you with that step in the process. But of course, kudos to you that you're taking this course, because a lot of time the real estate investor need to have the goal in mind, and you have like a rough road or a path, like a rough outline map that you want to get from point A to point B, and all the experts can help you get that. But it's your money, it's your properties. If you expect somebody that's gonna wave the magical wand and say, hey, go do this is how it's gonna make you money, then just give me all your money and I'll do it for you, then that's not gonna be happen, right? That can potentially be a scam, right? Or if they're gonna do everything for you, then the potential benefit, right, gonna be lower, right? The profits might be lower, because you think all these passive investment opportunity out there that you have, like the rate of return might not be that great, when you manage your own portfolio. So basically, you kind of need to have your own roadmap, like at least a rough path of where you want to go to, because otherwise no professional expert can take you to point A and point B. I'm like somebody not going to take you from Earth to Mars unless you pay a ton of money just to get there, right? It's something gotta give. With that, let's move on to the next video. We're gonna look at option 2.